Now let's look at the host of the G7, Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. She emerged as a big winner yesterday in the Euro Parliament elections.
So we met here, it was almost 2 years ago, and it was a beautiful night. This one for me is even more beautiful than that of 2 years ago. So I want to say thank you to the majority of Italians who have continued to choose Brothers of Italy and the center-right.
Her party is called Brothers of Italy, and it will now have a much bigger say in the European Union. Let's compare the latest election to the last one, which was held in 2019. Both times, Giorgia Meloni has been part of a conservative coalition, the European Conservatives and Reformists Bloc, or the ECR. In the 2019 EU elections, the ECR got 62 seats out of 751, which is a bit more than 8%. This time around, they've increased their tally. Provisional results give the ECR 73 out of 720 seats. That's more than 10%. So Meloni's coalition has marginally increased its seat share. On the surface, these numbers do not seem like much, but that changes when you dig deeper. In 2019, Meloni's Brothers of Italy party won 10 seats. This time it is projected to win 24 seats, and 24 seats is no joke. Because in the EU, that number can decide the president. Ursula von der Leyen is the current European Commission president. She's standing for re-election and she has a tough task on her hands. The last time she secured the presidency by a mere 9 votes, just 9. Meloni will likely have 24 votes, which potentially makes her the kingmaker. Von der Leyen has suspected that this might be the case, so she refused to rule out working with Giorgia Meloni, and this is a huge shift for Europe. For years, the EU has been run by the centrists, who always went to the liberals for support. Liberals like the climate-friendly Green parties. But now the centrists must explore alternatives like Meloni and her ECR coalition. Von der Leyen is keeping her cards close to the chest for now. Her coalition says it won't seek a formal deal with Giorgia Meloni. But they could work together on a case-by-case basis. And that signals two things: von der Leyen's flexibility and Meloni's growing clout. Because even 5 years ago, this would have been unthinkable. Ursula von der Leyen allying with the Brothers of Italy, a party with fascist roots and once considered fringe and far-right. But now von der Leyen says she might work with Meloni, even if it's just on a case-by-case basis, and that's still an admission of Giorgia Meloni's clout. It boosts her legitimacy across Europe and at home in Italy.
It is a message that comes to us from Italians. Go ahead, go ahead. I take it as someone's message to say go ahead and do it, if possible with greater determination. A sign that I understand, a sign that I am ready to seize.
Stia diventando di nuovo un sistema bipolare. È una buona notizia.
Giorgia Meloni became Italy's prime minister in 2022. Her party had won about 26% of the vote. In this EU election, she won about 29%. It shows that more Italians trust her today. It's a sign of their confidence in her and a signal. Italians want Meloni to take her policies to the European stage. So whether she becomes a member of von der Leyen's coalition or she stays in the opposition benches, Giorgia Meloni will be speaking for Italy at the EU, and with her resounding mandate, everyone will have to stop and listen.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.